Hello everybody, my name is Nathan, and I am the man with a cartoon obsession, and I'm back at it again with another unscripted tier list video. The reason being, well, I haven't done one of these in a while, and the last two I did, well, they've received a pretty decent number of views, the cartoon one more so than the anime one, but I usually expect that kind of turnout. But I decided to do another one, so I asked in the Discord, which if you're not in the Discord, you should join because you can get exclusive questions and quizzes, and by quizzes I mean polls, and stuff like that from me. I do ask for input on Discord quite a bit, and those people who are in the Discord, I don't want to say they get first crack at giving me input, because that's not necessarily true, but I am in the Discord a lot, so I'll probably see that before I see a YouTube comment. I will say that much. Anyway, my friend Tad, who is in the Discord, he asked about an animated cat tier list. Now, I did put one in the Discord, not one that I made, one that I found, and as a joke, I just put every option on the list in the top tier, and that was that. And Tad mentioned that, but I said, well, I didn't really take that one seriously, so I can do a serious one. And that was just anime cats anyway. This is both cartoons and anime. And this one I made myself, actually, because I couldn't find a pre-made template on here that I liked. So I made my own. And there are only 50 cats on here because I had to cut it off at some point, otherwise I just wouldn't stop. So you're probably gonna ask, where is Azrael from the Smurfs? Where are any of the Thundercats? Where's Kimba the White Lion? Where's Pilchard from Bob the Builder? You might not ask about those last two, but yeah, there are some, I guess, obvious choices that aren't on the list. Sorry, I wanted to make this tier list as diverse as I could within some boundaries, and I'll get into that in a little bit. Well, for example, Doraemon's not on here, although probably could have been, but that's more of that's a robot. And I tried not to include any cat girls, and by that I mean, you know, well, any humanoid cats in general, really. I broke that rule, as you will see. I did break that rule. I do have justification for breaking it, but I tried. I really did. Anyway, let's get into it. And I will put the list, I will put the link for the list in the description. I'm stumbling over the place. You can see why I don't do unscripted videos too often. But anyway, yeah. So, I will put the link for the list in the description so you can fill this out yourselves if you choose to do so. Now let's look at the rankings real quick. Of course, we have S, which is the top tier. Then we have A, which is a close second. B, which is good, but not great. C, average, of course. D, below average. And F, which is the worst. And then we have our options here, which you can see real quick. Alrighty. Well, let's get into it. I don't really have any criteria for how I'm gonna judge the cats, but I am going to talk a little bit about each one. Oh, and one more thing I should mention is these are all in alphabetical order. I'm not completely sure, but it doesn't really matter. I don't really care how they're organized because we're gonna rank them anyway. So let's get into it with the first option, which is Bananya from Bananya. Bananya is a cat that is inside of a banana peel, and there are many different kinds of them. But this is just the regular Bananya, the main character of the series. Very short children's anime series. I think it's pretty fun. I haven't watched the second season yet. For the sheer fact that it's completely adorable, I have to put Bananya in the S tier. And Yeah, do I need a reason? It's a cat inside of a freaking banana peel. And if you're not aware, the cat is my favorite animal. The banana is my favorite fruit. It writes itself. Moving right along, we have Big the Cat from the Sonic the Hedgehog series. Specifically, well, just for the picture anyway, I'd pick Sonic X because that's, as far as I know, the only Sonic animated series he was actually in, and I gotta put him in the F tier. I'm sorry, but I always thought that Big the Cat was a pointless character in the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. I never really liked him. He just didn't do anything for me. I didn't see the point of including him. Sorry if there are any Big fans out there, Big the Cat fans. Moving right along, we have Blair from Soul Eater. And I did try to... Alright, I mentioned the no cat girl rule. Well, Blair is kind of a cat girl, but she's kind of not. She has a human form, but she is, at her core, she is a cat who has a lot of magical power, and she's an A for me. I am a fan of Blair. I love Soul Eater in general. Blair is one of my favorite characters from the show. Not my favorite, but she's up there. She's pretty helpful, and, well, she's a cat. I know there are a lot of people out there who love cat girls. I'm not gonna get into that, because I'm sure I'll be labeled as a furry or a creep or whatever I might already be. I don't really care, to be honest. But, anyway, let's move on. We have The Cat in the Hat. Not the Mike Myers one, although I will admit right now that I do like that movie. As a character, in general, B. Not my favorite Dr. Seuss work either. That would probably be The Grinch. But, you know, Dr. Seuss, I mean, The Cat in the Hat specifically, is fine. I don't really have any problems with The Cat in the Hat as a character. He just wants to help miserable kids have fun. Yeah, that's noble enough, I guess. Let's move along here. We have Catbert from the Dilbert cartoons and comics. To be honest, I've liked what I've seen of Dilbert, but I haven't seen a lot of Catbert. So I'm gonna put him middle of the road, because I have seen a little bit, but not enough to make a full judgment. But what I have seen, he's decent. Yes, we have Catbug from Bravest Warriors, who I am putting at the S tier. I don't care. Yeah, Catbug, completely adorable, very fun character, kind of crucial in the series as well, actually. I don't want to give any spoilers for those who haven't seen it, but there are some aspects that, only Catbug can help out with, and yeah, I think he offers a lot to the show. I don't know if we're gonna get any more Bravest Warriors. I would love if we do, though. Cat from Cat Dog. My opinions on Cat Dog as a whole have kind of went back and forth over the years, but I think Cat goes in the B tier for me. Reason being, he's kind of rude, but also kind of sympathetic. He has to be attached to Dog, which he hates but loves at the same time. And Dog is a handful, of course. For those of you who have seen the show, you know what I mean. But there are times where Cat comes off as unlikable and, you know, just rude for the sake of it. But he also gets a lot of crap throughout the show, more so than Dog. In fact, pretty much exclusively, Cat gets beaten up by the greasers and, you know, just gets all the misfortune. Not exclusively Cat, but almost exclusively. So I think it evens itself out, and I think he's better than C tier, so I'm gonna keep Cat there at B. Next we have the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. average for me. C. I don't know. I don't have a strong opinion one way or the other. Next is Chomosuke from Konosuba, who I'm putting at the B tier. Yeah, B tier. Chomosuke's cool. Doesn't really do much though. But design alone, I really like the design. But yeah, it just doesn't do a whole lot in this show. Plays with Wiz's breasts a couple times. That's something, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Chomosuke's a B. Next we have Diego from Ice Age. Honestly, personally, I always like Diego. He's an A for me. I haven't seen any of the Ice Age movies past the third one, Dawn of the Dinosaurs, or whatever it was called. Yeah, so I don't know if his character is improved or diminished since then. But from what I have seen of Diego, he was my favorite character in Ice Age. Sid was up there as well. But yeah, I like Diego. I think he when he turned the new leaf, you know, at the end of the first Ice Age movie, it was a good moment. I'm probably speaking just from nostalgia as well, but I also liked him overcoming his fear in the second movie. I don't really remember what he did in the third movie, but as a whole, I like Diego, and I also love Dennis Leary's portrayal of the character. So, Diego is a personal favorite of mine. Next is Felix the Cat, who is a classic, but again, not a character I really have a strong opinion on one way or the other. I know Felix the Cat is one of the oldest cartoon characters in history. Beloved classic character, but that's well before my time, so I don't have that kind of nostalgia. And I can say the same for Figaro from Pinocchio. Fine, but again, not a character I have a lot of nostalgia for. Next is Fluffy from Rugrats, who I am putting in the D tier. You know, just looking at Fluffy, I didn't notice this until I was putting this quiz together, but she does look an awful lot like Angelica, just in cat form, which is kind of creepy now that I think about it. She's as demonic as Angelica, pretty much, almost anyway, but you know, not as bad as Angelica, because obviously she can't talk, and she doesn't try to ruin the babies' lives in every episode she's in, but at the same time, she doesn't have a whole lot to offer to the show, in my opinion, so we're putting Fluffy in the D tier. Next is Garfield, who I'm not going to put in the S tier, but I am going to put in the A tier, because I love Garfield's dry wit, his sarcasm and all that, but he's not S tier for me. He's not the cream of the crop. I know other people will disagree, and that's fine, but Garfield is a classic. He's a great character, and I think he is fantastic. I like him a lot, and I didn't even hate the live action movies, by the way. Well, the first one was okay, the second one, whatever. I know I'm probably in the minority on that opinion as well. But yeah, as a whole, Garfield, he's good. Just not my personal top tier. Next we have Gatomon, who I'm putting in the B tier. She has her moments. She's a good companion. And she does have strong Digivolution forms. However, one thing that always confused me, and I shouldn't be thinking this much about it, but am I wrong? Or is her rookie form, Salamon, a dog? Now, why would a dog digivolve into a cat? That's just my question. I could be wrong. Salamon could be something else, but looks like a dog to me. But, no, that's just splitting hairs, I guess. Next we have Gumball from The Amazing World of Gumball. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm putting him in the S tier. I think Gumball is one of the smartest cartoons out there in the field of its writing. As far as its writing is concerned, I think it is incredibly intelligent. And Gumball as a character, I think he is very smartly written as well. Very well written. Good lord. Yeah, he's the total package. You know, he has his likable moments, he has his unlikable moments. It all balances out. He's witty. He's funny. I like I said, he is unlikable at some points, but not unlikable to the point of, you know, no redemption. He's unlikable for a little while, and then something happens that you know, he has enough charm, I guess is what I'm trying to say, that he can do mean things or say stupid things, but you still won't hate the character. That's the way I feel about him anyway, and he is one of my favorites. Next is Happy from Fairy Tail, who I have in my intro. I dropped him in the A tier, but I'm gonna put him in the B tier. But I still like the character quite a bit. He's fun. He's funny. He's a dependable companion for Natsu, and Carla as well, I will say that. I haven't finished Fairy Tail, though, so maybe something else happens that could change my opinion. But I like Happy. He's kind of annoying. He does get a little annoying, though, I will say that. Okay. Yep. Nah, I don't even know. Alright, another reason you should join the Discord. You will know some of my obsessions, pun intended. Haru from My Roommate is a Cat was my profile picture on Discord for quite a while. Yeah, and I talked about that show a couple times on this channel. I love the show. I love Haru. I love the development that she gets. She is just an ordinary house cat, but really, who cares, okay? Because she's written well. I don't care if it's a realistic bond between her and Subaru. I don't care. I really don't. I love her backstory. I love the bond that she builds with Subaru over the course of the series. I talked about this show already in my top 10 anime of the 2010s list and in my 5 animated works that made me cry video. Watch either one of those, and especially the latter because that needs views. And you will know my opinions on the show and on the character. And if you hear noise in the background, it is thundering here, so I apologize. Moving right along, we have Heathcliff. D. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't really care for it. Not my cup of tea. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not a Hello Kitty fan. Never have been. I don't want to say anything about the demographic, because I think demographics are bullshit, to be blunt. But, yeah, it just never appealed to me. Jibanyan. A few years ago, I might have put Jibanyan in the S tier, but right now I'm gonna put him in the A tier. I am a Jibanyan fan. I haven't watched Yokai Watch in years, but I have a few pieces of Jibanyan merch. I have a shirt, I have a plush. Yeah, Jibanyan's great. He's another character that has a tragic backstory. He's a ghost cat, basically, who eats a lot of chocolate, which, as we all know, cats can't eat chocolate. But, yeah, he's fun. He's a very fun character, very likable, very enjoyable to watch. And yeah, I don't have any problems with him, really. The reason he's an A instead of S is just because I'm not as big into Yokai Watch as I was a few years ago. I was really big into it when I first started watching it, but I haven't watched it in years. I probably should get back to it, though. But as of now, Jibanyan is in the A tier for me. Next we have Gigi from Kiki's Delivery Service. Middle of the road for me. To be honest with you guys, I don't really remember that movie a whole lot. I could be wrong, but I don't remember Gigi doing much of anything in significance. I could be wrong, and please correct me if I am. But I do like the design, but of course it's Studio Ghibli, so obviously that just goes without saying. Moving on, we have Cats from Courage the Cowardly Dog, who I'm putting in the A tier, almost the S tier. Cats is a great villain, and I think no, he might not be. I think LeQuack has his own theme song as well. I could be wrong though, but Cats has his own theme song. I've heard that he was written to be the main villain in Courage. I don't know if there really is a set main villain, but he might have had more episodes than any other villain in the show. And he's a great villain. It only makes sense for him to be the main villain anyway, since Courage is a dog, and Cats is a cat, obviously, so it writes itself. But, yeah, very intimidating villain, very intelligent, very crafty. I'm a fan of every episode he's in. I can't think of any Cats episode that I don't like. So, yeah, I don't know, I don't know. He's just not quite S tier for me personally. I can't really explain it. Next we have Kitty Catswell from Tough Puppy. I don't know. She's alright, I guess, but not that great, so D. Yeah. I don't really have much to say. I'm not a Tough Puppy fan. Next is Corrin from Dragon Ball, who I'm putting in the B tier. Corrin, I don't want to say he offers nothing, because that's not entirely true. He has the sensu beans, after all, which become very helpful throughout the Dragon Ball series. And he's sort of a mentor figure to some characters like Goku and Yajirobe, I guess. But, yeah, Corrin's cool. Corrin's cool. Next we have Luna from Sailor Moon, who I'm putting in the C tier. I'm not incredibly familiar with Sailor Moon. I've seen a few episodes. It's a show that I do need to watch in full one of these days. I will get around to it probably, hopefully. But Luna's fine. Everything I've seen of Luna has been alright. It hasn't been good, it hasn't been bad. It's just been middle of the road for me. Moving on, we have Maya from Azumanga Daioh. Name was escaping me for a second. And I'm gonna put Maya in the A tier. Great bond with Sakaki, and I didn't know what kind of cat Maya was in the beginning, or when I was watching the show, really, until they explained it, of course. She is an Iriomote cat, which, if you're not familiar with what that is, it is a species of wild cats in Japan, in the Iriomote region, and they are critically endangered as far as I'm aware, which is very sad, but I love the design. I love the design of the character. I think Maya does look like as close to a real Iriomote cat as they could have done, but also keep the Azumanga Daioh style. Plus she saves, spoiler alert I guess, but she saves Sakaki from other cats, mean cats in the show, and she just has an adorable bond with Sakaki, and I love it. I love Azumanga Daioh. If you have not seen it, please do yourself a favor and watch it. It is one of the funniest anime I've ever seen. I'm not even exaggerating. Next we have Meow from Adventure Time, who I'm putting in the B tier. I preferred Tiny Meow, of course, spoiler alert again. Sorry. I know I said I was just trying not to spoil anything, but it just happens. But Meow does have a change of appearance later in the series. I preferred Tiny Meow. It's a cat assassin. I just love that idea. And I don't know, Meow is cool. I like the episode that Meow was featured in. Jake vs. Meow was what it was called. Yeah, fun character. Weird to say that about an assassin, but yeah, pretty fun. Milkshakes I'm putting in B as well. Milkshakes, of course, being from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Standard house cat, but I cannot think of anywhere else to put milkshakes. I love milkshakes. I've been a fan of milkshakes since I was a kid. And I'm talking about the cat, by the way, not the drink. But yeah, doesn't really offer much to the show. Well, I can't really say that because there are some comedic moments, like when the bookworm was eaten by milkshakes and made milkshakes smart, I guess. And there were a couple others as well, but yeah, milkshakes is good. Next we have Peppercorn from Hilda. I like Peppercorn, but I gotta put her in the C tier. As of recording, Peppercorn is actually my avatar right now for Discord, so you could tell that I do like Peppercorn, but she doesn't do anything. She doesn't really do anything. She's seen in one episode, I think. So I can't really justify putting her any higher, but I don't care. You know, whatever. I like Peppercorn. Next we have Pete from, well, this picture is specifically from Goof Troop, but he's from Disney in general. I'm gonna put him in the A tier. I think Pete's a great villain, very iconic character. Took me a while to figure out that he was even a cat, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say. Nothing bad to say about Pete, despite the fact that he is a bad guy, really. But as a character, I think he's fantastic. Very enjoyable to watch in pretty much everything he's in. So yeah. Not much I can say. We're putting Pharaoh from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX in the C tier. Pretty much the same reason as Peppercorn. Although I will say Pharaoh does appear a lot more, actually. And I mean, the only thing Pharaoh really does is eat the spirit of another character in the show, and I guess act as its, I don't want to say it's vessel, because that would mean it's communicating through Pharaoh. I don't know, it's confusing. If you've seen Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, then you know what I'm talking about. Moving along, we have the Pink Panther, who is almost an S tier for me, almost, but A tier. Classic character. I really don't have anything else to say. I mean, if you've seen the Pink Panther cartoon, then you know what to expect. C tier. The Pirate Cat from The Last Unicorn, who apparently in the original book was just a regular cat. But if I read this correctly, I believe the voice actor went with a Long John Silver type approach, a pirate type approach, and then they just decided to make or wanted to rather, I guess, and they just decided to make the cat a pirate. And I love the design, very unique. I don't really remember if the cat did anything of significance, but design alone, I'm a fan. And yeah, I would like to see more stuff like that. Very creative. Next we have Polyester from Samurai Pizza Cats. I know she has another name in the original Japanese audio version, but I don't care because I didn't watch that. The English audio version, by the way, is nothing like the Japanese audio version. From what I've heard, it's kind of similar to Ghost Stories, but you know, it was a fun show. The character as a whole, G, C, I guess. I don't know. She's pretty overbearing, kind of annoying, but not completely unlikable. So I guess I'd say she's middle of the road for me. Next we have Puss and Boots from his own cartoon and from Shrek and whatnot. Ooh. Yeah, I'll put him in the C tier. I don't know. He was never my favorite. He has his moments, but he's just, I don't know. Sometimes I don't think he's a very necessary character, but I don't hate him. So yeah, C tier seems fair. Yes, Sagwa from Sagwa, the Chinese Siamese cat. For me, S tier, childhood favorite. Still a Sagwa fan to this day. I talked about Sagwa in my video that I released earlier this year called Can Adults Enjoy Preschool Cartoons? Yeah, I mean, what can I say? If you grew up in the 2000s and watched PBS Kids, you know Sagwa. And I just cannot for the life of me not love the character. I don't know. I really don't know. It's probably just completely nostalgia, but whatever, you know. What, I don't care. Next is Scratchy from The Simpsons. No strong opinion one way or the other. And that's honestly how I feel about The Simpsons as a whole. So there you go. Next we have Shurikon from The Jungle Book. And Tailspin, I guess. But this is the pictures from The Jungle Book. C, I guess. I don't remember The Jungle Book a whole lot. I remember Shurikon was the villain. I thought he was okay. So, that's about all I have to say. Oof. Sai and Am. The Siamese cats from Lady and the Tramp. Okay. Here's the thing. I've never heard anyone call Sagwa offensive. Maybe that was an issue that I'm not aware of. Now, of course, Lady and the Tramp was made much earlier. It was a different time. But, that being said, I will not deny that that Sai and Am are obviously racist, and the racist portrayals of Asian people. And I will, though, admit that the song, as racist as it is still catchy, but and I never liked the characters to begin with. I think we were supposed to, but I never really liked the characters to begin with, so I gotta put them in the F tier with all that taken into consideration. Even if I don't take the racist part into consideration, I still never really liked the characters, so F tier. Simba from The Lion King, B for me. I like The Lion King, but Simba wasn't my favorite character. That would be Timon and Pumbaa, of course, the comic relief, naturally. I honestly like Scar better than Simba. That being said, Simba is still a good character. He has a lot of growth and progression throughout the movie. I think he becomes a fine adult, and yeah, we get to see him grow a bit. And yeah, I mean, The Lion King is one of the most iconic movies ever in the realm of animation or otherwise, and Simba is the main character, so I mean, it's kind of hard to put him any lower than that. Some people would probably put him higher, but I just don't have that kind of attachment. On the other hand, with Skitty from Pokemon, I do have that kind of attachment. One of my favorite Pokemon, my favorite cat Pokemon. Yeah, by the way, this tier list is a little biased. I probably should have said that earlier. Whatever, I don't care, sue me. Yeah, I love Skitty. Skitty's adorable, very energetic, great Pokemon in general. Love Skitty. S tier for sure. Next we have Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy. Stimpy is a B. Stimpy is fine. He's an idiot, but he's an enjoyable idiot. Not my favorite character of the type, but I mean, he has a lot of great moments in Ren and Stimpy, so I can't really hate him. Next, we have Sylvester from the Looney Tunes, also a B. Very solid character, very well-known, very well-liked as far as I'm aware character. You know, he's a side character, I would say, in Looney Tunes, except if we're talking about Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries, which I didn't really watch that much of, but I never saw Sylvester as a main character personally. He just doesn't have enough driving personality to carry Looney Tunes. I would say Daffy Duck has more than him, but Daffy Duck is also my favorite Looney Tunes character, so that's just me being biased again. I think Sylvester is a really good character, though. I think he's enjoyable, and it's always interesting seeing him chase around Tweety Bird. Next, we have Taro from A Whisker Away. This is tough, because with that whole cat girl thing again, well, the thing is, Taro is a different personality from, Muge. I mean, I reviewed A Whisker Away, so, you know, watch that video, watch my other videos, watch my frickin' channel. And subscribe too, please. I should have said that at the beginning of the video, but subscribe. Anyway, Taro. If I'm going based on the cat personality alone, B. And I think that's the fair way to look at it, because Muge is, I guess, technically a different character. At least for most of the movie. But, yeah, I enjoy seeing Taro's interactions with Criminy. I don't remember the other guy's name. I don't remember his name, I'm sorry. But yeah, the interactions with him, the love interest of Muge, I guess, is, well, sort of, I don't know. This movie came out last year. I watched it twice. I'm already forgetting everything. But yeah, I enjoy seeing those interactions. I like the story of the movie in general. Like I said, pretty in my review, you know, it's kind of basic, but still enjoyable. Again, watch my review of A Whisker Away if you haven't already to get more thoughts of mine on the movie. Who's next? Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. A. Kind of annoying, but very iconic, very enjoyable, very fun. Kind of annoying, but in a likable way, I should say, you know? Very endearing character. Plus, he is voiced by Jim Cummings, one of my favorite, and in my opinion, one of the best voice actors of all time, which really boosts it up for me personally. Not quite an S tier because, like I said, he's a little annoying. He can be a little much to handle at some points, but Tigger's an enjoyable character. Next we have Tom from Tom and Jerry, who I'm also putting in the A tier. Again, not a favorite of mine, but I love his antics with Jerry and Spike as well, to some extent. Of course, Tom is always getting the hell beaten out of him by Spike, and Jerry too, inadvertently more so by Jerry. But you know, I love slapstick comedy. I think Tom is fantastic, and yeah, another classic. Looks like we have 3 more here. I have no strong opinion one way or the other on Top Cat, but you know, he's another classic cartoon character. But I didn't grow up watching the show really, so I don't have much to say. Alright, here is where I'm gonna get shit. Okay, now, I mentioned the no cat girl thing a few times. There is no possible way that I can get out of this, but I'm gonna try my best to justify it. Okay, I don't have characters like Cinnamon from Nekopara, or Blake from Ruby, or anything like that in here, because, well, Cinnamon might have more characteristics than just the ears, but Blake is just cat ears, nothing more. This is Whisk from Sunset Paradise, by the way, if I didn't say that. Whisk has cat eyes, she has a cat nose, she has a cat face, she has a tail, she has cat ears, she has cat-like reflexes, but the body of a human, basically. I personally feel like she has enough cat traits to qualify for this list. Now, that being said, she is still a cat girl. But whatever. I don't care. Whatever. I felt as though she had enough. If I just showed the face, I'm sure no one would even know. But yeah, I think she has enough cat features to qualify for a cat list. And she's also a very new character, so I feel like some new blood on the list would be fun. I thought it would be enjoyable. And if people don't like the fact that I included her, well, whatever. But I'm going to put her in the B tier. She has a couple of different personalities. Watch Sunset Paradise, by the way, on the Glitch YouTube channel. It's very fun. Yeah, she has a couple of personalities, of course, when she has the mask on. Spoiler alert, in case you haven't seen it, by the way. But when she has the mask on, she's this mastermind criminal, very confident, very cunning. With the mask off, she is the literal definition of shy. Very bashful, very adorable though, very enjoyable character in general. Finally, we have Yum Yum Hammerpaw from Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beasts, another show I just reviewed not too long ago. A tier, almost S tier. You guys know that I love Kipo. You should anyway if you watch the review. If not, spoiler alert, I love Kipo and watch the review anyway. But yeah, I think he's a very good leader of his clan, his group, what have you. I think he is a very fun character, very enjoyable to watch. I guess my only gripe is I wish we saw a little more of him. But also, Steve Blum voices him, another one of my favorite voice actors, so it's easy for me to say that, depending on who portrays the character, that can make him likable or unlikable, I guess. But anyway, that's all of the entries, so just give this a quick once or twice over so you can see where we have everybody. It looks good to me. But just remember, of course, these are my opinions. Again, I will put the link for this tier list in the description, so if you want to fill it out yourself, feel free to do so. I'm sure I missed plenty of animated cats, I know. Again, though, I needed to have some kind of cap on this. Otherwise, it would just... it would be ridiculous. So I had to have some kind of cap on this. I'm sorry if I missed any of your favorite characters, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So, yeah, without any further ado, let me end this video. So yeah, of course you guys know the drill. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you have any other anime, cartoons, or other animated works that you want me to review, feel free to let me know. Now, I'm gonna say this though, because this came up recently. I am in no way obligated to drop everything that I am doing just to review a show that you want me to do. I'm sure most of you understand that, but there are some people out there who, at least one that I can think of in recent memory, but just in case anybody else has had this thought, I am in no way obligated to review what you ask me to do just because you ask me to do it. I don't have to, okay? I would like to. I would love to get to everything that is being requested of me. I really would. But the fact of the matter is, I just don't have time. I don't have time to watch everything that is requested to me. I don't have time to watch everything I want to watch, even. You know, for the past almost 2 years, I was unemployed, okay? So I had a lot more free time to make videos, to watch cartoons, to do all this stuff. I have a full-time job now. I don't have as much time anymore. That's just the way it goes. And I have made videos of people's requests, and I like doing it. I like including you guys in the programming. I like to have that community building experience. I really do. And I welcome you to request things for me to review. I really do. But be reasonable, and don't be rude about it, because I have had an instance recently where someone said something like, oh, well, you shouldn't promise these things, oh, you have to review this soon. I don't have to do anything. I'm not obligated to review your requests. I really am not. I'm sorry. And to this person, if they're watching the video, if you feel like I'm outing you, I'm not trying to, I'm really not, but it's just a recent example. So please, don't be rude if you're going to request that I review something you want me to review, okay? It might happen, it might not happen. I'm trying to think of a way to get to more of these viewer requests, and I do have something in mind, but I'm not going to say anything about it right now, because then I'm just going to probably get annoyed about that, but it may be coming in the future, maybe, but again, remember, I do have a life outside of Cartoon Obsession. This isn't the only thing I do with my time. I have other interests, I have other hobbies, I have a job, I have responsibilities, I have things to do besides this. So, I cannot get to everything that is requested of me. I'm not a huge YouTuber or anything, but I do get some requests, and I just can't get to all of them, okay? I can't. Please understand that. I went off on a bit of a tangent, but, anyway, yeah, feel free to request, but be reasonable. What else? Oh yeah, of course, like all my, well, at least check out my social media pages. The link is in the description for all of them. And you can also request, good lord, I need to end this video soon. Also, feel free to audition for an outro. And, of course, like I said earlier, join the Cartoon Obsession Discord. It's in the description below. And you will probably get first notice about stuff like this. So, it's definitely worth your time. Alright, I think I've talked enough and rambled enough, so I should probably shut up now and end this video. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
Everything the light touches is our kingdom. I am Mufasa, and thank you for watching Cartoon Obsession.